How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another episode here in our UFC save. And here today we have UFC Fight Night, Brunson versus RAKIC. Now it was originally supposed to be a middleweight fight for Derek Brunson, but his opponent got injured. So now in steps Alexander RAKIC, giving Derek Brunson his debut in the light heavyweight division. We are making our way towards UFC 281, Jones versus Ngannou. 3 title fights on that one, including a rematch for the heavyweight championship, John Jones and Francis Ngannou. Also got De La Rosa taking on Caitlin Chookagian, and Pyotr Yan facing off against Corey Sandhagen for the bantamweight championship. Happy to have you guys along with me. Once again, I'm AZ Plyo 21. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel so you get notified about when my videos go up. Thank you guys as always. Be sure to follow me on Twitch as well. Link is down in the description so you can catch out my live streams when I am recording these videos. Alright, I am going to lower down the music first of all. But now I'm going to go ahead and get started with UFC Fight Night, Brunson versus RAKIC. We all just saw Alexander RAKIC win in his last fight, over Thiago Santos. He wants a title shot. I don't know if he gets a title shot after a win like that, but we'll have to see. All right, first fight on the prelims, Elvis against Mason Jones. And Mason Jones wins via submission in round number 1, improving to 11-2. Natan Schulte taking on Damir Ismagulov. I believe Ismagulov is the guy who's deaf. I'm not 100% sure, but he knocks out Natan Schulte in round number 2, improves to 22-3. He is now 6-2 in the UFC and has a nice little 2-fight winning streak going. G.A. Bin taking on Tofik Musayev. Musayev 1-0 in the UFC after a win over Roosevelt Roberts. G.A. Bin is making his UFC debut today, and Musayev knocks out G.A. Bin in round number 1. 32 years of age, 2-0 in the UFC. Don Madge taking on Peter Barrett in the 155 division. Madge is 11-4-1, the odds-on favorite against Peter Barrett, who is 13-4. Barrett's coming off a win over Claudio Puelles, and Don Madge wins via TKO in round number 1, 344 into the round. Had a nice win streak going, lost to Brad Riddell, and is able to get back into it here against Peter Barrett. Davi Ramos taking on Jalen Turner in the 155 division. My guess is that Ramos submits Jalen Turner. Turner is 5-1 in the UFC, ranks number 25 in the division. On a nice 4-fight winning streak is Jalen Turner. That's pretty nice to see. Davi Ramos, on the other hand, 6-4 in the UFC, coming off a loss to Magomed Sagid Ali Bekov. And Davi Ramos, like I mentioned, submits Jalen Turner 2-4 into round number 2. Despite, what is that? 5, 4, like a 7-inch advantage for Jalen Turner. Sheldon Westcott taking on Andrew Sniper Todd Hunter in the battle of the Faux Hawks. Very even fighters. Todd Hunter is the odds-on favorite. 2-1 in the UFC, coming off a win over Abubakar Nurmagomedov. And Todd Hunter gets the TKO victory over Sheldon Westcott. Ilya Kurzanov taking on Kenny Jordan. Jordan is 8-1-1. He's coming off a win over Chris Horodecki. And Kurzanov is making his UFC debut here today from RCC. And Kenny Jordan beats Ilya Kurzanov via submission in round number 3. He has a very punchable face, but he gets the win here today. Chris Wade taking on Jared Flash Gordon, also in the 155 division, I believe. Indeed, Chris Wade 19-8. He is 6-3 in the UFC, coming off a win over Roman Bogatov. Jared Flash Gordon 4-5 in the UFC on a 2-fight losing streak. He could see himself down in WEC if he doesn't get a win here. And it looks like Jared Gordon is going to be going to WEC after Chris Wade wins via unanimous decision. And he wants to fight Alex Reyes, very young guy. Bryce Mitchell taking on Danny Henry in the 145 division. Bryce Mitchell, the favorite for this one. Danny Henry is 13-5, and Bryce Mitchell gets the TKO victory over Danny Henry, improves to 14-2. He is now, I mean, I'd say he is now, but he was on a 2-fight losing streak before this fight, but a very important win for him now over Danny Henry. And what's Danny Henry been up to? He's on a small 2-fight losing streak. He's lost 4 out of his last 5, though. That's not good. Yanan Wu taking on Sabina Maso in the last prelim. Yanan Wu in the 125 division, 12-5-1. Sabina Maso is 11-2. And Sabina Maso knocks out Yanan Wu in round number 3. Just 25 years of age, 5-2 in the UFC. A nice 3-fight winning streak for Maso, but a big win over Yanan Wu. Crazy. In my other UFC save, Yanan Wu ended up becoming the featherweight champion. Ariane Lipsky taking on Jillian the Savage Robertson in the 125 division. First main card fight, Jillian Robertson, the number 5 flyweight in the world, and Ariane Lipsky, number 4. We can see that winning streak, Porto, Holm, Lauren Murphy, and Macy Barber. For Jillian Robertson, she's fought for the title against Shevchenko, beat Juliana Velasquez, and then lost to Caitlin Shukagan. She is the odds-on favorite in this fight, and with good reason. A TKO victory over Ariane Lipsky here tonight, kind of crushing the dreams of this could-be contender. But Jillian Robertson staying in there in the 125 division. Sergio Pettis taking on John Dodson at 135. Sergio Pettis, number 23 bantamweight. John Dodson, number 16, coming off 2 straight losses to Sanhagen and Asuncao. And Sergio Pettis gets the unanimous decision victory over John Dodson. So Sergio Pettis will likely climb up the rankings after a win over Eddie Wineland. Marlon Vera, Ricky Mendejas makes his way back from Bellator, as a matter of fact. Smilin' Sam Alvey taking on Jan Blachowicz. Of course, the current light heavyweight champion. We saw him beat Israel Adesanya recently. Very good for him. Hope he's having a good one. Smilin' Sam Alvey, number 15 in the light heavyweight division, coming off wins over Corey Anderson and Ovins St. Preux. Jan Blachowicz, number 13 in the light heavyweight division, coming off wins over Alexander Rakic and Misha Serkinov. And Jan Blachowicz gets the win via unanimous decision, so slowly making his way back up there for a title shot. He's already fought for the title against John Jones, got submitted in the first round, lost to Uzdemir, lost to Teixeira, but now is climbing his way back up the rankings. Ruthless Robbie Lawler taking on Neil Magny in the 175 division. Robbie Lawler, no fight team. Neil Magny, 24-10, number 13 in the division, coming off a big win over Joey Davis, a prospect that was looking on the rise. Ruthless Robbie Lawler coming off losses to Jorge Masvidal and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. And Robbie Lawler knocks out Neil Magny in round number 2. The 40-year-old still got it. Has not retired, gives thanks to his fans. Co-main event of the evening, Ray Borg taking on Henry Cejudo in the 135 division. Ray Borg recently fighting for the championship against Piotr Jan, lost via knockout, and you can see before that had a very good winning streak going on. Henry Cejudo, on the other hand, number 7 bantamweight in the division, coming off wins over Frankie Edgar and then Odie Osborne. Before that, lost the title to Marlon Moraes. And Ray Borg wins via split decision over Henry Cejudo. It was a very poor fight apparently, but nonetheless, Ray Borg getting a victory over the former champion here today. And Derek Brunson meeting up with Alexander Rakic in our main event of the evening. Rakic 16-5, number 6 in the light heavyweight division, coming off a win over Phil Davis, but before that lost to Jan Blachowicz, beat OSP, lost to Ion Cuchalaba. He's very back and forth, and he somehow ends up at number 6 in the light heavyweight division. Derek Brunson, number 3 middleweight, was I can't remember who he was supposed to fight, but he was supposed to fight someone in the middleweight division. But he now faces off against he's coming off a loss to Darren Till for the title. Moves up to light heavyweight for this one fight as he faces off against Aleksandar Rakic. It is your main event of the evening. Mark Goddard is your referee. Derek Brunson is in front of his hometown crowd in North Carolina. Uh-oh. Brunson knocked down quickly. Rakic is firing away. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard calls a stop to this contest at 31 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Aleksandar Rakic. Wow. So, Aleksandar Rakic getting a win over Derek Brunson, 4 inches shorter than him, coming up to 205. And he says he wants to fight Ion Cutelaba. Wow, in front of his home crowd too. That's tough. Oh man, you gotta feel for him. Let's give this one fight of the night. Performance bonuses, definitely Rakic. And then any first round finishes. Give one to Musayev as well. Nice little profit on that card. Highest paid fighters: Robbie Lawler, Derek Brunson, Ray Borg, Henry Cejudo. As always, we're going to update our rankings, take a look at our emails, and then get ready for the next fight card. I can't believe that, though. Well, that's the thing. You make the move up to 205 and things like that happen. We saw it happen to Adesanya in the fight against Blachowicz. He was just too big for him, you know? So you got to really keep that in mind if you're trying to move up a weight class. You know, you have to gauge what exactly is the right weight class for you, you know, and you have to make sure that you're, you know, smart about making the move up. You got to make sure you're putting on the right amount of weight. You know, are you the right height for that weight class? Because we just saw Derek Brunson, a top 5 middleweight, get knocked out by Aleksandar Rakic. How's it going, Gluttony? Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, same thing happened to Adesanya. So he didn't get knocked out, but, you know, he wasn't able to, you know, just stay at distance and, you know, land heavy shots and knock out Jan Blachowicz. He has an iron chin. But yeah, crazy. It kind of makes you think if a 195 division is necessary. You know, I'm trying to get the super lightweight division started. So maybe once that tournament ends, we can start a conversation about whether or not a 195 division is necessary. I think it would be cool, simply for the fact that it would allow for, you know, more titles, more opportunities, things like that. I think it'd be pretty cool, especially for a guy like Dominic Reyes, you know, who is probably not going to fight for the light heavyweight championship as long as John Jones is the champion, you know. So a title at 195 could be good for him. I mean, it could be if he can make the weight. I don't even think he can make the weight. I don't think he can. But like for guys like Adesanya too, who may want to go after a second title, you know, it's just more opportunities, you know. I think it would be good. Izzy was 30 pounds or more lighter than Jan in the fight. I never saw him winning. Yeah, in the fight, yes. I mean, they obviously both had to weigh in at 205 or under, you know. But yeah, fight night, Izzy was definitely way lighter than Jan. You never saw him winning. Everyone probably gave him a chance, but yeah, it was always going to be hard. Who's that guy? Well, let's check on our rankings first. At heavyweight, there is no movement. Light heavyweight, Rakic moves up 1 spot. Middleweight, Brunson moves down, even though he didn't fight at middleweight. That makes 0 sense to me. But okay, go off. And then we have some new middleweights down there. Welterweight, Robbie Lawler moves up to number 8. Very nice. Nothing there. Lightweight, Dobby Ramos in at number 19 after beating Jalen Turner. Very nice. At featherweight, there is no movement. Bantamweight, Ray Borg moves up to number 4. Henry Cejudo down to number 11. John Dodson up to number 15. And Sergio Pettis up to number 19. Who did John Dodson beat? Trying to remember. Who did John Dodson beat? Huh. Who did he beat? Sergio Pettis. Oh, he moved up a spot even though he lost. That's funny. Nothing at flyweight. Nothing at women's featherweight. And at flyweight for women, Jillian Robertson moves up. Ariane Lipsky moves all the way down to number 12. That's rough. I don't know why she moved all the way down there. But okay. And Sabina Maso moves up to number 25. And at strawweight, we have a new number 23 in Mei Rong Hu. An Invicta product. Nice to see her. Hopefully she can do good. Let's check on our emails. And it looks like we don't really have to sign anybody. All right, here we go. These are Invicta girls. Kyoko Toyota. I'll just let her contract run out since she's 0-2. This girl's 2-1, so I'll keep her around. Okiku is her name. Very cute name. Adam Yandiev. He's, yeah, we're definitely going to keep him. Jared Flash Gordon, we're going to re-sign him but send him down to WEC because he's lost 4 out of his last 5 fights. That's pretty tough. So Jared Gordon going to get sent down to WEC. Ray Borg, obviously we're going to be keeping him. And I think that was it. Yep, that is it. All right, so that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you guys. As always, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. I will see you guys in the next episode, which is UFC Fight Night, Nathaniel Wood versus Aljamain Sterling. Have a good one.